everyone, today I'm going to be slicing open the jackfruit. So when I posted a picture of this recently on my Facebook and Instagram, a lot of you didn't know what it was. You thought it was like a durian. You had never, a lot of you had never tasted jackfruit, or if you had it in a recipe or frozen, you've never seen a whole fresh jackfruit. So I'm going to cut this open for you today and show you how to do that. And I'm just going to tell you a couple of things about the jackfruit. So the jackfruit comes from Southeast Asia. And some people confuse it with the durian because it looks similar, but there is a big difference. The durian has a really strong smell that isn't, a lot of people don't like the smell of it. And jackfruit smells really sweet, like fruit. And the durian is much smaller than the jackfruit. So you can eat jackfruit raw or in cooked recipes. And one popular way that, one popular recipe that people make from jackfruit is a pulled pork, because they say this fruit tastes like pulled pork. I guess I've never had pulled pork, but the gummy texture of the fruit can get a little, take a little getting used to. The jackfruit texture is a bit similar to like a banana or a mango, but the taste is really distinctive and sweet. But because it has a meaty texture when cooked, it is a good substitute for vegan, like sweet and savory dishes. So in terms of nutrition, the jackfruit contains a really powerful mix of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. And it's also really high in fiber and calcium. It used to be really hard to find jackfruits in the West, but not so much anymore. You can find them in like health food stores. I found mine in Whole Foods. So it has a really, when you cut into this, it releases a really sticky sap. So oiling your knife is really helpful prior to cutting it open. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So some people cut the jackfruit like a pineapple, where they slice it open and they core the interior. And then you pull the meat away from the rind with your hands or an oiled spoon. But I'm going to show you a different way to do that today. So hopefully this will be really helpful for those of you who've struggled with opening one or who have never had any idea how to do this. So we're going to cut into it, and I'm just going to cut around the very top, the base. Gonna oil this a little more. I did this a few minutes ago, but it's just really helpful because it does get super sticky, which you'll see. And it cuts pretty easily, but you want to go deep enough that you're getting through this, the rind of it. Because you can, I don't know if you can see in there, it goes pretty deep. You really have to cut through a good amount of the shell. Okay, so then I'm going to come down and I'm going to cut it on a horizontal. And you'll see why in a minute. Oh man, I can really smell this. Wow, it smells incredible. Super, super sweet. Okay, I really should have done this a little closer together, so I might have to make some more cuts in this. It's not the easiest fruit to handle. This actually is not a huge one. This was 10 pounds. Sometimes they're 20 pounds, 30 pounds, 40 pounds, but I tried to get a small one. So this is how the cuts should have been closer together, and on here it really wasn't, but I can go back and do more of that. It's pretty easy to cut through. I'm not using a lot of force, but I'm not sure I went deep enough, so we'll see. Okay. So then I would take this and pull this apart. I'm gonna cut a little deeper. I don't think I cut deep enough. Yeah, this is really kind of tough. If I can get this started, once the first part is started, it'll be much easier. Wow. This is really hard. I'm kind of fighting with this. Ugh. Wow. Oh, it can be really tough to pull apart. I don't think this one is even ripe enough. No. So, whew, that was a workout. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. So this is what it looks like. This one is not ripe at all. This is really good. I know people use it when it's not that ripe for like pulled pork and stuff like that and cooked recipes. I wanted it much riper. So a lot of people just cut this in half and then core it. I find it really difficult to do that. When you do this, you can just peel the layers away and then pull them right out. But again, this is not ripe. Wow, this really, it's super sweet. And it's really good. So I've started cutting this in almost like big slices. I don't love doing this because it cuts right through the meat and the seeds, and it's not ideal, but where this is not ripe enough, it's kind of the easiest way I can get to all of the meat. So you can see the pieces now, and you can easily see that this is the meat, the seed, and I can pull them out a little easier now. And you can see why people make pulled pork out of this, because it's almost like a little stringy. And again, these aren't really ripe. They're fine to eat. They're just not super ripe. So this one would probably be better for recipes. You can see there was a little bit of mold starting on the outside. So I really thought it was ripe, and it was a little squishy. So I thought it would be okay, but not ripe enough. So hope that helped a little bit. And good luck with your jackfruit opening if you do try this.